Number 5, external evidence. This is evidence that is outside, given by people who are not even believers. Right? Given by people who are not even believers. So there is someone who wrote this quote in the Encyclopedia Britannica, that these independent accounts prove that in ancient times, even the opponents of Christianity never doubted the history of Jesus, which was disputed for the first time and on inadequate grounds at the end of the 18th and during the 19th and the beginning of 20th century. Right? And here are a few accounts. There is someone known as Tacitus, who is a Roman historian, aliishi in the 2nd century. And he said that, but not all the relief that could come from man, not all the bounties that the prince could bestow, nor all the atonements which could be presented to the gods availed to relieve Nero. There is something that happened during the reign of Nero. Nero was an emperor, was a Roman emperor, and he came sometime after Christ, around 30 years after Christ. Nero is known to have introduced the persecution of Christians. What he wanted to build a palace. I don't know what's wrong with presidents and state houses. Kiingia tu hivi lazima ujenge state house. I don't know. Kama sijui anekanga miungu yao huko ndani. I don't know. Ukiingia tu hata venye vice president aliwekwa mpya anataka tena kutengeneza residence ya vice president. So Nero, when he entered into power, he wanted to build a palace for himself. So what did he do? He burnt the city of Jerusalem. Aliichoma yote Israel, because Israel was under Roman Empire. Aliichoma yote, lakini now ikaleta a lot of controversy, because property was lost and people even died in the process. So the only escape route that he had ni kuwekelea nani? Wakristo. Because Christians were facing opposition when they were preaching Christ. They were preaching things that were very controversial. Kama kukunywa damu. You know? And in the Roman circles, one of the things that was so much fought against was the worship of human beings. Ati wewe unajiworship. And that's why Christ aliuliwa. Unaona? That's why one of the things that made Christ to be killed ni kwa sababu alijiita nani? Mungu. Ni vitu mbili, Sabbath na alijiita Mungu. Alijiita Mungu ili affect the Romans. Sabbath ili affect the Jews. Ni sawa? And that's why the high priest alimpeana na Pilato akamaliza. Na ndio maana wakati aliletwa mbele ya Pilato, the only question that they were asking, are you claiming to be God? Because that was a capital offense. Praise the name of the living God. So kwa sababu ya hiyo, the controversies that were surrounding Christianity at that time, Nero knew that he is going kuwekelea nani? Wakristo. Ati yao ndio wamechoma the city of Israel. So the punishment ilikuwa ukishikwa, unapakwa lami, tamak, unapakwa lami, unapandishwa kwa mti, unafungwa kwa mti, alafu unawashwa mo. Where he was building his palace, electricity yake ilikuwa ni miili ya Wakristo. Praise the name of the living God. And that's why Tacitus was writing that Nero, from the infamy of being believed to have ordered the congregation the fire of Rome, right? Hence, to suppress the rumor, he falsely charged with the guilt and punished Christians. This is a historian who wrote in 2nd century AD, who are hated for their enormities. Christus, the founder of the name that is Christ. Christus is a Roman name, but it means Christ. Christus, the founder of the name, was put to death by Pontius Pilate, procurator of Judea in the reign of Tiberius. So even this guy is talking about Christ. And this guy was a Roman, he was not a Christian.